Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanishalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. In this session, we will continue discussing on the 19th verse of the 17th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is part 3 of the discussion. In the previous 2 sessions, we discussed about the Karma Mimamsa philosophy. That is, karma is everything. You do good actions, everything is fine. If you do sinful activity, you have to suffer. Then the second kind of philosophers, the atheistic Sankhya philosophers, who analyze material nature as the ultimate cause. Material nature consists of matter. Matter consists of 24 elements, and that they say is everything. Now the third kind of philosophers, the philosophers headed by Kanada, they accept the combination of atoms as the original cause of the creation. Ultimately, they analyze entire material existence consists of material atoms, and that atom is the fundamental particle, and the combination of atoms, there are varieties of objects, persons, things, whatever, everything ultimately can be broken down only into an atom. So kana means atom in Sanskrit. So this philosopher's name, the sage's name also Kanada, because he is explaining everything in terms of atoms. So atomic philosophy is also called atomic philosophy, the third kind. So let's analyze what is the defect in this atomic philosophy. That yes, matter at the fundamental level is definitely the atom, not the atom that the modern day scientists and physicists call as atom, because according to the Bhagavatam, the scriptures, our Vedic scriptures, atom is the indivisible particle. You cannot divide it any further. But these our present day scientists, they say atom consists of subatomic particles like neutron, proton, electron, and so many more. Now they have so many more, photons, so many things they have. So they have not yet come to the atom which is described in our scriptures, which is indivisible, cannot be divided any further. It is the smallest particle. So in the very nicely in the third canto, in a discussion between Vidura and Maitreya Muni, Maitreya Rishi, there is a clear description, calculation of time from the atom. This is a chapter, the 11th chapter of the third canto. There, the calculation of time is given beginning from atomic time up to universal time. See, the smallest division of time that is given in our Vedic literature, in our scriptures, is atomic time. And the largest division of time is the duration of this entire universe. So atomic time to universal time is nicely explained in the third canto of the Bhagavatam and other places in the Vedic scriptures. So the Vedic conception of a material atom is different than the understanding of a material atom as given by today's scientists. Of course, the scientists, when they make further advancement, they will one day come to understand what is this atom which is described in the Vedic scriptures as the indivisible particle, ultimate particle which is indivisible, cannot be divided any further. So they'll come to that. It they take some more time, they'll take time. Further advancement is required in material science. But the scriptures are already explaining that ultimate indivisible particle called the material atom, the atom, Kana. So that material atom, the time is measured based on the material atom, the time it takes for the sun to traverse that distance of the size of the atom, that is called atomic time. It's very, 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 very tiny. So the sun's movement is what is creating the concept or the perception of time. Just like how do we know time is progressing? The movement of the sun. Just like we got day and night. So the sun rises and the sun comes overhead, and then it sets, it rises in eastern direction and sets in the western direction. And then after the sun sets, there is darkness, that's the night, till again after about, say about 12 hours, again the sun rises. So this cyclically day and night constitute a unit of time called 24 hours according to our measurement on the earth. And then there is different planets, different distance from the sun, they have different measurement of time. It's relative, time is relative. So the higher planets, the duration of their day and night is much different. Their days are longer and than the day we experience on this earth planet. And Brahmaloka, Brahma's 12 hours or Brahma's day is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Sahasra yuga paryantam maharyad brahmano viduhu. That Sahasra yuga, that yuga is a cycle of 4, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. So for us on earth planet, as we measure time in terms of our sunrise and sunset, when 4 yugas have completed one cycle, that's called one Mahayuga. So 1000 Mahayugas constitute the duration of time of Brahma's planet, half a day. Half a day means the sunset to sunrise, what we say as a day, 12 hours, our 12 hours. When our 1000 Mahayugas have completed, then Brahma's 12 hours are over. And similar duration is Brahma's night. Another 1000 Mahayugas on the earth planet is Brahma's night. So like this, Brahma's day and night is the longest day and night in the whole universe, in our material universe. But what the materialists do not know, because they don't accept knowledge from the perfect source, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Parampara system of devotees descending from the Supreme Lord. So they do not know that there is an eternal world beyond this material world of creation, maintenance and destruction. Beyond this, they do not know. The materialists do not know. So that eternal world, there is no death, there is no creation or destruction. There everything is eternal. everything is ever existing. So that understanding is lacking in modern science. It is lacking in the atheistic philosophers, or the people who analyze and study only everything in terms of matter or material atom or material elements, or just the laws of karma. Laws of karma are working within this material world only. In the spiritual world, there are no laws of karma. There are only laws of God, which is the law of eternity. The Sanatana Dhamma of the Supreme Lord, where love predominates, devotion predominates, seva predominates. So that is unknown to these materialistic, atheistic and all these theoretical philosophers. They do not know. They do not know anything about eternality. So that analysis of this material atom as a fundamental particle is only explanation of matter. Only explanation. That is what Kanada Rishi is establishing as the ultimate truth or reality is this atom, material atom, indivisible particle. He does not know that what atom he is speaking about as a fundamental particle is a material atom. He does not know about spiritual atom, which is smaller than the material atom. What is that spiritual atom? The individual spirit soul. 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair point in size. Keshagra Shatabhagasya. This is described in the Upanishads also. Srila Prabhupada explains this in the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the tiny spirit soul is the active principle within this body, living body. Because minus that spirit soul, this body is a dead body. What happens at the time of death? The spirit soul, the individual soul, leaves the body. And then the body is the dead body, finished. No consciousness, no action, no sense perception, nothing. So that spiritual particle, spiritual atom, that they are completely missing out. This all these theoretical philosophers and of course the this theoretical philosopher who is the Kanada and his followers, they miss out this spiritual atom, the spirit soul, the spiritual particle, that they miss out. And of course they are completely ignorant about God, Krishna, the supreme soul, supreme spirit. That also they are completely ignorant. So this is the defect of Kanada's analysis of what is the ultimate cause of this material existence of the world we are living in. He says material atom, different combinations, different types of objects, and even life itself is simply when this body comes into existence, there is life. And when the atoms which are combined, they disintegrate, then there is no life. After disintegration, there is no life. That is what is called as destruction or death. That's what these atheistic philosopher, atheistic in the sense, they accept the Vedas, but they don't know the conclusion of the Vedas, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Absolute Truth, the ultimate reality, the cause of all causes, and He is supremely powerful. He has eternal abode, He has eternal existence, Sanatana Dhamma, Sanatana Rupa, Sanatana everything eternal, that they have no understanding. So therefore, this is also a defective philosophy. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.